some shadows appear on the screen. Shine like a star for a brief while. Whenever you're down in the dumps, try putting on Judy's red pumps. Just go to a marvelous movie and smile.
Good evening. Welcome to Sneak Preview. I'm Bobby Ghisays. And I'll be back with this week's movies and other programs, as well as a lot of program changes for next week, right after this.
How would you like to be an instant winner?
I won!
Just scratch and...
I won.
It's the Kentucky Fried Chicken Big 21 Scratch and Win game. Get a Scratch and Win card with every purchase over $3.
Scratch away the hidden surprise box.
We won!
Win free Pepsi Cola, delicious side orders, home electrics, color TVs, and finger-licking good Kentucky Fried Chicken. Enter the grand drawing and win $15,000 cash. Or a free trip on BWIA to London and Barbados for 4. All expenses paid. Enjoy the world's favorite chicken and be an instant...
I won!
Winner! Play the Kentucky Fried Chicken Big 21 Scratch and Win game today.
I won!
And Friday night's first film will be Sarah T., the story of a teenage alcoholic. Now, this stars Linda Blair and Larry Hagman, or J.R. Ewing, as you might know him. This is a story about a girl at school who starts drinking and the terrible tragedy that it brings out. It's a very worthwhile film to see. Very well done and very well acted, as you'd imagine, from Linda Blair and Larry Hagman, as well as a lot of other very good actors. So don't miss Sarah T., the story of a teenage alcoholic. Your first film on Friday.
One of us is changing, or maybe we... Could you start again, please?
Thank you for trying out, Sarah. Harriet Bernstein is next.
If I could just try once more?
Oh, you do that, but you come back and see us next semester, okay?
Want some?
No, thanks. What I am is an alcoholic.
What I'm not is an alcoholic.
Then congratulations, Sarah. That makes you one of the lucky ones.
Look, if I was, I'd say so, huh?
Sure.
And the late Friday night film for adults. I know a lot of the children don't like when I say that, but I think it's only fair to guide your parents. It's called A Little Sex. And it stars Tim Matheson and Edward Herrmann and Catherine Capshaw. This is about a young man who's very promiscuous, but decides he's met the right girl and wants to get married and knows, he thinks, that he can be faithful.
How did he know that would work?
He understands women.
Oh, it must be wonderful to have a husband that thoughtful.
The story is called The Cat and the Mouse in Partnership.
He's always doing such spontaneous, unexpected things. I never do anything like that for him. You know, I wish for once I could really come up with something off the wall, something spectacular.
Why don't you?
Do you ever have a problem with other women?
How could you tell?
Well, I couldn't, but we do work around a lot of women.
Oh, I know. And that's the least of it. I mean, you should be out in the streets. It's just a jungle out there. I mean, I don't know what's happened to women in the last few years. They come right up to you. They say things. It's just unbelievable. They're like men used to be.
That's A Little Sex, your late film on Friday night. Very amusing comedy, but a very adult theme. Saturday morning, we have Kavik the Wolf Dog, and the second part, which is very short, of A Midsummer Night's Dream. I understand that there were a lot of areas that had power cuts during part one of Midsummer Night's Dream.
We've got him.
Well, it's a lovely film, and you'll see why Audrey Hepburn was this elfin, lovely creature, who in fact won an Academy Award with her first major film, Roman Holiday, And it was followed by this film, which got her another nomination, although she didn't win it this time. But it's a lovely film, a film to start off your Sundays beautifully, Sabrina.
Father, you've driven Linus for so many years. What do you know about him?
The chauffeur's supposed to keep his eyes on the road, Sabrina. Only once in a while does he get a glimpse in the rear-view mirror.
If you looked a little longer, Father, you'd find him rather nice. And quite human.
Yes.
And you'll bring champagne.
Of course. You saw an awful lot from that tree, didn't you?
And will you have the orchestra play? Isn't it romantic?
Naturally.
And the Sunday matinee, Three Little Words, starring Fred Astaire, Red Skelton, Arlene Dahl, Vera Ellen, and it is a biopic about a pair of songwriters, Bert Kalmar and Harry Ruby, played by Astaire and Skelton. Has some good dances, has some good songs, it has pretty girls, it has spectacle, and it has a lot of comedy, as you'd expect from Red Skelton. That's Three Little Words, Sunday matinee.
So long, ooh long, how long you gonna roam? Please don't be too long, ooh long, so long, hurry back home.
We love you so much. I can't believe our eyes reveal it. We love you so much. It's a wonder you don't feel it.
And the Sunday night movie, a 4-star film that has become a legend. It's a film where a lot of people say, why don't you ever show? And here it is, Cat Ballou, starring Lee Marvin, Jane Fonda, Michael Callan. Lee Marvin won an Academy Award for his dual role in this as a has-been gunslinger and a criminal, a look-alike criminal. Jane Fonda, very good, not as mature as she was later in things like Julia, but you could see really fine actress that she is. That's Cat Ballou, a wonderful, wonderful, crazy Western.
Here, 40, 50,000, I'd say. This is a heap of money. We take it, they're gonna booger us forever.
Oh, listen to him, who's afraid of a little booger.
I give up. Hand me a towel.
And then on Monday, and here's where the program changes start, Monday we'll be having part 5 of Empire Incorporated, which I hope you've been enjoying. And after that, we'll be moving the Westerns to Monday nights. So you'll be having a Monday night Western next week, and it will be Along Came Jones, starring Gary Cooper and Loretta Young. And then on Tuesday, we're going to have an early movie, which will be The Party, starring Peter Sellers, directed by Blake Edwards, in which Peter Sellers does one of his famous Indian imitations. A very funny film. And after that, as an early movie, will be Dallas. After the international news and sneak preview, then will come Dallas. Wednesday night will be a movie instead of Wednesday night theater, and the theater slot will move to Sunday night. Apart from that, everything is more or less the same, except the time will start at 4:30 rather than at 1:30. Anyway, I'll tell you more about that next week. Till then, that's it from Sneak Preview. Good night. Take care.